Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Slant, aka Mr. Different, back with another video. I know I've been gone for a long time. It's your favorite nappy-headed producer with the fro. And yeah, I'm back with some more, baby. Woo! Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. It's been about 2 weeks. I do apologize. But hey, you know what it is. Been busy, been doing a lot of stuff, working on stuff around the house, doing all kind of stuff, trying to find a new house, and just living life. So yeah, I'm back, though. I got a little free time. I'm back, and I'm ready to get back to some more videos. I got a bunch to do, product reviews to do, and all kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm happy to be back. How are you guys doing? How your time is going? Let me know in the comments how you've been doing, what you've been working on. I want to know, see what you guys been up to while we disappeared and gone to MIA and all that. But anyway, besides the point, let's get to the video. Today we're going to talk about how you can make better drum patterns, or just make more bouncier, improve your drum patterns, some techniques that I'm using right now to get me more bouncy, more hard hitting drums. If you follow me on Instagram and Twitter and all that, you will see me upload some stuff using my new little synthesizer I'll be doing a review on coming up real soon. And yeah, I've been you know, making some nice bouncy stuff. People ask me how I get them drums to hit the way they do and how to bounce. So I'm gonna show you guys what I've been doing in order to get that kind of stuff. Let's jump right inside FL Studio, and I'm gonna show you guys a few techniques you can use to make your drum patterns hit a little bit harder and also give them a little bit more bounce. Let's go. So here we are inside of FL Studio. I have a little drum pattern pulled up, nothing special, but that's it. This is going to be really good because you'll be able to make drum patterns that will stand out on their own. You won't even need a melody really, but I mean, of course you're gonna need a melody, but the drum patterns will stand out on their own and be a little bit more bouncy, a little bit more, you know, hard hitting. I'm gonna show you some techniques I did to get this. So here's what it is right now before we actually start processing and doing some things we need to do. So I'm going to play it for you real quick. Oh, that thing knock, that thing, that's a nice little bounce. You got a little bounce, so we got a little flavor, but we can do more to it to make it sound a little bit better as well. So don't worry, I'm gonna show you what I gotta do. So let's go ahead and just jump right into the techniques that I use to get these type of drum sounds, or these more bouncier beats, I would say. So first off, number one thing is your sound selection. That is key to when doing beats like this or making a drum pattern like this. If your sounds aren't knocking or hitting, then they're just not gonna sound good. For example, like here are two kicks. I'm gonna go ahead and solo my two kicks. So this is the kick that I'm using right now for the drum pattern. Now here, that's a nice hard hitting punchy kick. And let me go ahead and show you what my usual or normal kick I used to use all the time is compared down. So here's my normal old school kick. Y'all know I used to use kick on like every freaking beat or whatever, but this is what it sounds like. Now that's a big difference from going the first one. Just has more hit, more knock. It cuts a lot better. So make sure you have some good drum samples. But what if you don't have good drum samples? What if you only have what you have? What if you don't have splice, or you don't have, you ain't bought no kit from a well-known or a more reputable sound designer? Then there are ways to improve your sound. So I'm gonna show you some ways to enhance the drum sounds that you already have. So for example, we're gonna focus on this kick because it's pretty easy. So I'm gonna go to the mixer channel, and I'm gonna use some stock plugins, but don't worry, use any stock plugin that you have or any third-party plugin. That's basically the same thing to get kind of same stuff. So one thing I like to do to get my kicks or any sound really hitting, there's a few little things. The first one, transient shaping. Transient shaping is always going to be a great way to get some punch and knock and all that. Distortion, saturation, of course, adding some distortion to saturation will give your stuff a little more crunch, a little more grit, whether it be a digital emulation, a stock plugin, or it be like a hardware box to get saturation. Saturation is a good thing. It just helps stuff cut. And also clipping. Y'all know how it is. If you ain't clipping, you're tripping. So I'm gonna show you all these techniques right now. So first off, let me go ahead and get the appropriate plugins, stock plugins, to actually show this off. So give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, so we are back, and here are the plugins I got. So first off, I got the Fruity transient processor. Basically, it's the transient shaper that comes with FL Studio. So I think you got this. I don't know if it comes with the signature bundle. I got the all plugins bundle, so I have it, but you might have to buy it. But I mean, you can still use it, you just won't be able to save with it. Then I have the Destructor, which should come with every copy of FL20 and up when they did the update. I'm using the distortion module, of course. And then we have just a Fruity soft clipper, because everybody uses Fruity soft clipper. So let's go ahead and process this. So first off, let's start off with the transient shaper. Now what this is going to allow you to do is to add more attack and sustain, reduce it or whatever, enhance or reduce it. So basically I'm gonna give this kick drum a little bit more attack. And this is a little bit of tap. I'm gonna bring down the release a little bit, and then let's, maybe we can change the algorithm. It also has a drive knob too, but I'm gonna use the distort destructor, but you know, so yeah. All right, so let's add a little bit of destructors after we add a little bit of attack to the kick drum. And I'm gonna pick, let's see what kind we have. They have a soft click, they have fast distortion. Let's use fast distort. And we're basically just gonna, you know, mess around with this and just get a little bit of a crunch and a little bit of saturation to our kick. Okay, turn it off. You got right here starting to make it, you know, sound a little harder, give a little bit of that saturation, a little crunch. It's gonna help it cut through like speakers, lower end speakers and stuff like that. Next up is Fruity soft clipper, which everybody know you just use it pretty much. I'm just gonna soft clip a little bit. Now before. And if you throw something like a Fruity limiter on there, whatever, you can bring the volume up as well. So yeah, as you can see, just a few little processes like that, and you can instantly make your sounds hit better. But like I said, if you start off with good drum samples, you should be good to go. So let's move on to the next thing that get better drum patterns and stuff of that nature. Next is layering your sounds. That is a key thing, a big thing to making better drum patterns is layering. That's something I didn't really do back in the past, but now I'm starting to get into it and I'm starting to layer stuff. So for example, I layered two different types of instruments, not two instruments, but two types of instrument, my hi-hats and my percussion. I always am now forever going to be layering my hi-hats and percussion because that just kind of gives it that bounce and give it that stuff. The hi-hats and percussions really, you know, give it that. So let me go ahead and play the hi-hats first. So here are all three of the hi-hats. Now, most time when people make beats, they usually just have something like this. And that could be really, really boring. But once you start layering in different hi-hats, both in kind of frequency and tone and all that, and you have them in different pockets, basically pockets mean like different gaps and different rhythms, you really get something that's really bouncy. And you don't have to add no swing or nothing like that to it. So when I add the next hi-hat, which is kind of a lower and it's got kind of like a little rhythm or bounce to it, you hear that, and it's got that little bounce right there. Then when I add in the more lower octave hi-hat to kind of give me some of that triplet sound, then you know it really adds up when you add all three together. And then you add the kick with that, you know, you got bounce. You see, and then don't get me started on when you add the snare or the clap or whatever. And like I said, this is all quantized right now, but mind you, it's just I have my stuff layered to kind of give you, you know, that bounce and all that. And like, for example, like I said, when I did the same thing with the percussion sound, so here are all my percussion sounds. Got a little shaker, and I added in. I think I actually took that out, but I got this one. You see, that just adds that bounce. Like I said, when you add it with the hi-hats. And then put the kick in on it. So yeah, layering your sounds is your friend. Don't be afraid to layer different types and different frequencies, different characteristics, different tonal instruments or the sounds together. So let's say add multiple hi-hats, add multiple percussion, stuff like that, and you will get bounce and knock. Trust me, it's that simple. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. Just layer your stuff for now. All right, so next up, we're gonna talk about, you know, the kick and the 808 relationship. Now, it's obvious you can use some sidechain and you can use EQ and all that, but I found the easier solution to make sure my kicks and 808s kind of fit together. So let's go ahead and just play my kick and 808 real quick. So, you know, let me add the clap in there too, so kind of. So yeah, oh, I do want to remind, I'm actually using the decap stuff. Like decap is really good producer, really good sound designer. Just want to say shout out to him. This drum kit is hard as hell. It's fucking, it knocks. Yeah, I think it's drums that knock volume 7 I'm using right now. But anyway, just want to point that out. Same, you know, plug in decap, you know, deserves it, whatever. But anyway, so the way I like to do my stuff now, instead of using the old traditional way. Y'all know me, I used to be the main guy who used to promote goddamn what's it call it sidechaining. I don't sidechain no more. Instead, I just move the timing of my 808s over. And I'm gonna show you how to do it. So first, I'm gonna just go ahead and truncate this, because if I don't, it's not gonna do right. And how you do that is you actually open the Fruity wrapper and you go to the 808. You want to go to the ADSR, the attack, sustain, release, and yeah, I forgot something in there, decay and sustain. Yeah, the ADSR. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to truncate it first. So first, I'm gonna make sure I have pretty much everything just kind of like this, and that just makes it to where it just holds it just holds the notes out. So turn everything down but the hold. Now the trick is to move the attack a little bit until the kick has time to hit and pop through, and that's what you want. Instead of using side chaining, where it ducks the 808 and gives you kind of like that ducking sound, which is really good. It's a good sound. All that, a lot of you guys make fun of me, and there's always the Kenny Beats thing with like, we don't side chain your kicks and 808s no more. People do side chain 808s and kicks. It's just most time the engineers do that because they know what they're doing, but when producers do it, we do a little overboard. So now if I just move over my attack a little bit, it's gonna give the kick just enough time to punch through before the 808 comes. So now you go too far, but you want to just back it off too. Oh, I got this. Gotta stretch that out. All right, what the hell going on? Of course, I'm about to go back and fix the pattern up because I truncated, but you know, you can do that yourself. You know, you can fix that yourself. That's because I truncated, so gotta just adjust the pattern a little bit. But you can see it gives the kick a little bit of room to breathe and just punch through. Now you can do side chaining, of course, or you can use EQ, or you can not do it at all. I do this just to kind of make sure that my kick is a little bit more defined and it really hits you in the chest. But you don't have to do this. It's just something I do, and if you want to use it, there you go. And then last but not least, it's just adding a little bit of shifting to all the notes, and that's just going to give you that real bounce. And we all know this because Busy Word Beats doesn't like it every video he does, so shout out to Busy Word Beats. But all you need to go through and just time shift your stuff over just a little bit. Like you just, you know, time shift all the notes over a little bit, and that just kind of gives everything a little bit of different bounce. I'm gonna go through and do that real quick, and then I'll play it, you know, with the shift over. Like I said, you just go to this little wrench icon in your Fruity wrapper. You just give them all different amounts, and that's just going to help it give just a little bit more of a bounce, a little bit more rhythm, a little bit more realism. It's a better alternative to do instead of doing swing, in my opinion. You can go in here and do it manually. I would only really do it to the hi-hats and percussion sounds. Maybe the drums, maybe the snare, and not clap all that, but you know. But now once you add just a little bit of swing, it just gives everything a little bit more bounce. Now you can go as subtle as you want to or super extreme. I would say stay in the subtle to medium realm. You don't want to go too far because it will throw all your rhythm all off if you do that. So just kind of just nudge them over just a little bit with that shift knob and just, you know, do it just a little bit to taste, and, you know, and you'll get some nice stuff. Like I said, just go to your wrench tool right here and just shift stuff over. And yeah, that's pretty much it. With these techniques, I promise you, you will have harder hitting, drum patterns and also more bouncier drum patterns as well. Like I said, and by itself, you throw in a simple little melody or loop, wherever you get, you throw this in here, you'll have a full entire beat that really can stand on its own, and you know, make them simple hard beats. This is a great way to make them simple hard beats. But I'm gonna dive more deep into that when I get to like some mixing and stuff like that as well. I just want to show you guys how to improve your drum patterns with these couple techniques. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Like always, y'all know who it is, your boy Slim, aka MrDifferent, your favorite nappy-headed producer with the fro. If you guys enjoyed this video, you know, leave me a like, leave me a comment, thumb it up, all that kind of stuff. You know, we're almost close to 100,000 views. You know, I just hit 80 not too long ago. 100,000 views, 100,000 subscribers. I just hit 80 not too long ago, and I'm pretty happy. I do appreciate you guys for rocking with me. I don't really care about the views and that. I'm not motivated by the money, but like comes from my views. But I'm not even motivated by the views anymore. I just glad that I can help you guys out in this journey that we're all taking together. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy like always, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Keep making hits, and I'll see you guys later. I'm out. Yeet.